Hi, it's Jessi, and today I am starting part 4, sometime today, of Words of Radiance. Part 4. I don't have anything to say because I haven't started it yet. This is the first time my camera's really picked up the color in my hair, and I'm really excited about it. Anyway, part 4. I have no idea what I'm getting into with part 4. Kaladin, Shallan, Dalinar. I think, let me look at how long part 4 is and part 5 is. Because with Way of Kings, I've logged them together. Is that enough for a part by itself? At this point, I know this isn't helpful for you, but by the time this comes out, I'll know what I did, so the description will be clear in the title. But at this point, I'm planning on just doing part 4 in this vlog, and maybe it'll be a little bit shorter. Honestly, it's probably not a bad idea for them to get a little bit shorter. So part 4 in this vlog, part 5 will be next time. So I don't know what I'm getting into. Any predictions? No. It's surprising to me that Renarin hasn't died yet. That's my prediction. Renarin's finally gonna die. Rip. Anyway, I don't know why I'm taking so long with this introduction. Spoilers for part 4 and everything before that for Words of Radiance, Way of Kings. I feel like that goes without saying. And I love you all. Okay, bye. Alright, I'm gonna update now, so if I end up going to bed, I have the update done while it's fresh in my head, but I've read up to chapter 64, so that bit in the middle, about 50 pages. The beginning of these are always so slow, and I never know what to say. Like, things are happening, don't get me wrong, things are happening. Ooh, I do have stuff to talk about, but like, I don't know, it's not exciting stuff. Anyway, let's start with Kaladin, because there was one Kaladin no, there were two. Because we had the witch showed up, told him a beautiful story that I'm not sure I get the point of. There is definitely a point in there and I'm just missing it, but it was a really beautiful story about this guy chasing, or the storm chasing this guy. And obviously I think it's supposed to be talking about Kaladin, but I'm not sure what about him. The light is just hitting my hair in the best way right now. Anyway, and then Dalinar comes to update him about things, and Kaladin brings up the issue with, I can never remember it because it makes me think more of a, like, Dune name than a, oh my god, what is his name? Moash. Moash. So, Dalinar goes to visit Kaladin, and Kaladin brings up the thing with Moash. Not, like, specifically by name, but, like, what happened. And come to find out, it had to do with Rashon, and now Kaladin's even more kind of bitter about Elokar, and by extension Dalinar. And it's like, on one hand, I kind of can't blame you. I get, like, what was going on, and, like, I get the whole, like, wow, this guy let people die, and you guys just exiled him so he could let more people die. And I really wish he would, like, open up to Dalinar just that little bit more, because I think Dalinar would get where he's coming from if he did. But on the other hand, that shouldn't be his response. It's just, Dalinar doesn't want to see it. Like, and I know, like, that was probably during a time, maybe that's when Dalinar went on this quest, because I know he went on a quest to get that wish or whatever. So maybe it's related to that, but yeah, I don't know. I don't want Kaladin to distrust Dalinar, because I do think that's going to be what works out best for him in the long run. But I don't like Dalinar, so it's like, I don't know, how am I supposed to defend Dalinar to Kaladin when I'm like, nah, about him. Shallan. We had a Shallan flashback. Breaking my heart. She's just had, like, her will completely broken by her dad, and now her dad is going through and undoing all of the stuff she did to bring her brother's spirits up. It's just really upsetting. It's sad. Why is everything so sad? And then, I made a loud noise. The other one is just, so Shallan in the present is just kind of trying to find more information out. She's been working with Pattern to just try to figure out what Amaram was looking for, and now she's in like the Ardent's chambers or whatever, talking with Mr. Harold there. Mr. Harold. That would have worked much better if Harold wasn't a real name. With the guy, the crazy dude. And also I think he like sucked the stormlight out of her or something. Anyway, I think it's so cute that she like tries to make friends with the people she's working with. Not make friends, but like she doesn't want them to be like this anonymous like she's like, I want to know these people, whether it's for learning things or whatever reason she wants to. I just think it's adorable. I get Shalin. Like a lot of things I get about there's a moment with Pattern where he's like, you are still lying and you need to stop lying or you can't really unlock all of your things. And she's like, yeah, but if I stop lying, I'm going to be a puddle of goo. And she like projects the like image of herself just sobbing in bed, and it just like shattered my heart. Anyway, I get Shalin. She makes sense to me. I really like her. And I know other people don't, and I get why they don't. But the thing is, like, Shalin has this like super reflective personality. Like she just takes on the traits of the people that she's around. And I do that too. Like I really do. And so like I get that. And like sometimes Shalin's around people I don't like so much. And when she's around people I don't like so much, I don't like her as much because she's taking on those traits. Like I didn't like her with Tin at the beginning because I didn't like the way she was mimicking Tin. But I get it. I've done the same thing, taken up with the wrong group of people and been like a person I didn't like myself, but it was like, these are my friends, I gotta be like my friends. And I get it. So I really like Shalin. And I just want her to be happy. I just do. Shalin and Kaladin deserve all the happiness in the world. Adolin's fine, I guess, and Dalinar can go shove it. I think that's it. We haven't had Dalinar's perspective yet. Oh, also there's the epigraphs in this one, and I think it's somebody writing letters to Hoyd, I would assume. Because one of the things, I think it was for the second chapter here, so chapter 60 was it? Yeah, I'm told that, and do you no longer hide behind the name of your old master? I'm told that in your current incarnation, you've taken a name that references what you presume to be one of your virtues. So that would be fitting, right? Anyway, so I think that's what those are. Because I think there's got to be some sort of meta story with the world hoppers that are going on. And we know Hoyd's one. Somebody said they think they spotted a character that's supposed to be Vasher in here. So that'd be interesting. So I'd be interested to see if that actually has relevance for Stormlight itself, or if it's like greater Cosmere implications. Some of these, there was like letters in the last book too during the epigraph, so I don't know. Whatever it is, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying it a lot. I just hope my Shalin darling, I hope she ends up happy, but I think right now she's really juggling too many things and something's bound to fail eventually. Anyway, talk to you guys soon. Bye. I don't have my book with me because I'm actually been reading on my commute to work, and I don't usually update in the car. Anyway, I am halfway through chapter 69 and I have a lot of things to say, but I only have a couple of minutes before I have to be into work. Dalinar. God, now he's calling himself a prophet. Jeez, Dalinar. And he's so arrogant about it too. Like, when am I supposed to start liking Dalinar? Because I'm really just not at all. Also, bless Wit and his he's just so immediately digging into Amaram, and it's hilarious. And I don't know why people don't trust him more. I don't know, Dalinar, you're being real sus about this. Wit has never been dishonest in his making fun of people. But anyway, that bridge we're on. Geez. Okay, let's go through some points.
I think this is why Adolin in book 1 annoyed me so much. His whole, like, naivety about, like, I know how to get a girl, but I don't know how to keep her. And it's like, dude, I don't know, maybe stop hitting on other women once you have a girl you think you like. It's not that hard. It's not deep. And then, for Adolin, I don't know. Adolin and Kaladin's banter is just peak rom-com, like, hate to love. They're perfect for each other. I don't know. And now they're all trapped in a chasm together. Well, hopefully they come across Adolin and Dalinar, but, Adolin, Dalinar, Kaladin, and Shallan trying to find their way out of this chasm together is just, I don't know, it's just such a good opportunity. I'm excited to see where it goes, but, I'm off to work. I will talk to y'all later.
Alright, I'm almost done with chapter 70. Oh, that's a lovely blue glow I got. Anyway, I'm almost done with chapter 70. I could just wait to update you until I actually finish because I'm home now, but it won't be till later tonight because I have class, and I do want to mention a little bit about something that happened while it's still fresh in my memory. So, Shallan and Kaladin are traveling through these chasms together. And there's a moment where, like, Shallan's like, why do you hate me automatically? And Kaladin gives the whole light eyes oppress dark eyes explanation. And I hate you on virtue of you're a light eyes and therefore you benefit from the system that puts you in place. Now, don't get me wrong, he doesn't word it the best. But word for word, Shallan's responses to him are just so word for word, all lives matter. And it's just like, this is the first time that I've really been like, I don't like that, Shallan. It's just, and I can't tell if it's like intentionally that way by Sanderson or if he's trying to actually, I don't know. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say that, like, Shallan's supposed to be wrong here. That her whole, like, well, I've never done anything to you personally, like, I'm gonna hope that Sanderson did that intentionally because it was just too blatantly perfect for it not to be. Yeah, and I think that's basically it that I wanted to say. I don't know, their dynamic is so interesting, and sometimes it plays like, you know, rom-com couple before they start to like each other. And then other times it plays like just really uncomfortable race dynamics. So we'll see how it progresses, but like, that whole scene, I was like driving and I was like gripping the steering wheel because I was like, this is uncomfortable, oh my god. Anyway, that's it for now. I will update y'all a little later. I just finished chapter 74. I'm gonna update you more deeply because my battery's at 3 minutes. But Shallan's cold AF, bless her heart. I have really deep thoughts about Shallan and Kaladin is like a pairing, and mostly it's like Shallan's all lives matter. It's just uncomfortable. 3, I'm sorry, Syl's not allowed to be dead. That's just not possible. I'm not okay with it. No. He's got to do something to, like, earn his honor back and get her back because that's not okay. And, shoot, my battery's gonna die. So, there was something else, but I don't remember what it is right now. I will update you more comprehensively when I actually have battery. Sorry. Probably still not enough charge on my camera, but I charged it while I was finished cooking, and that's not gonna sit the way I want it to at all. Alright, we're just gonna slouch. So thoughts. Okay, I still don't have enough time to go in depth as much as I want. I ended up finishing the whole chapter 75, which is good because that puts me at the end of the part, which is this part. What part are we on? Somebody tell me. I don't know. Anyway. Okay. Golly. Okay. First, Shallan and Kaladin. I cannot decide, and I think I said some of this in my last, not my last clip, but the clip before that. I can't decide if the intent with Shallan is to show, like, this thought process is wrong, or to try to present both sides of the argument and be like, we need a middle ground here. And part of what makes it come across as he's almost siding with Shallan in the narrative is that she gets the best of Kaladin. And obviously, like, it makes sense for her to do that. But, like, you kind of leave her confrontations with Kaladin coming away with, like, no, Kaladin is wrong to challenge her on this. Shallan is good. She's never done anything to him, even though, one, she has, and two, she benefits from a system that oppresses him, right? And so it's just kind of like, sorry, my hair's really wet. I went out in the rain today. So it just kind of leaves me feeling uneasy. And maybe if it wasn't like, if Adolin and Dalinar weren't presented as the quote-unquote good Light Eyes, I wouldn't have this much of an issue with it, but it's just not sitting right with me, and I'll have to see as the series goes on. But right now, this, like, allegory for racism that's going on is just not being handled well. And on top of it, there's that other layer of they're all exploiting the listeners, the Parshmen, as that additional layer, which kind of undermines the whole thing when it's like, we're okay with exploiting these other people. So it's just... But anyway, the stuff that happened after that, we got Kaladin and Shallan switch backstories. Kaladin managed to not give her the detail that he's the one that killed the Shard Bearer, which is good, because that means Shallan doesn't think Kaladin killed her brother, which is probably for the best. On the other hand, he knows, so that's a little uncomfortable. We finally got the rest of Shallan's backstory. Well, not the rest, but we got Shallan's backstory and how she killed her father, which was brutal and cold, but ooh, I love it. And like, we have had hints that Shallan has that side to her, so it's just great to see that confirmed. And then the storm hit. They killed a chasm fiend that was super cute. Kaladin suspects what Shallan is. But Kaladin's not a thing anymore, because he maybe killed Syl because he was torn in two different directions and then wasn't doing enough to fix it. And then I think the bit at the end with him using the shard blade, which is like a thing she's so against, really kind of pushed it over the edge. So that's unpleasant. But have we seen a shard blade that changes form like that? Like Shallan's did? But like, I'm pretty sure every other shard blade, even when like it switched users and stuff, like has stayed the same. So I'm wondering if hers is in some way unique. Especially if it's like an unregistered one or whatever, maybe there's something special about it. I do feel like the Dalinar side of things, I don't know, I feel like he didn't really care that Kaladin was gone. Like, even him coming back was a little lackluster. Adolin clearly cared about Shallan being gone, and that was cute. And that really kind of wraps up that. The last chapter there didn't have anything super exciting, so I'm going to read the interludes, and then I will be back. Probably not tonight, I have D&D tonight, so probably tomorrow, but I'm gonna eat my dinner now. Sitting on the floor as I do from time to time, because I'm feeling late. Oh, why did I leave that? Also, yeah, okay, I am gonna turn the light on. I like how you guys get to hear all of my thought process. Anyway, I finished whatever part I was on, part 4 of Words of Radiance. I finished the interludes. I have to move my bookmark, but I finished the interludes. And what do I have to say about them? One, it was a weirdly stressful part to read while driving home. Let me tell you, that was a choice. Okay, so the first one, Lahan. What is her name? Oh my god, the girl from that Pay. Goals. Girl, I thought she was delightful. I'm sorry, I'm being real weird. I'm just like in a weird spot, sorry. Anyway, I thought Pei was like fantastic, like good for you. It was really interesting getting a glimpse of what's going on, quote unquote, back home. And it's not great and it's about to get worse, but good for her. Good for you, Pei. Next we got some more of our listeners. Things are still bad there. Honey, I mean, it was like a page, but Shania, honey, I don't have anything to say to that. And then, oh my god, Teravangian. I kind of love him. So I'm wondering what Sanderson is going for with this whole like different mental states on different days. I don't know if this is like he's doing it as like this man is old and he has something like a dementia or Alzheimer's type thing is the intent behind it, or if it's supposed to be more of a magical thing. Either way, it's fascinating. Like absolutely delightful in like a kind of sad, tragic way. But I love the like cold logic he has that's like, I mean, to the point where he even does things like that aren't beneficial to himself so much because they're, I don't know how to explain it, but like there's something about the way his mind works that's just so fascinating to read. Like I really enjoyed reading that. I don't know if I necessarily like the terminology that was used there, but I guess it makes sense for the character, you know, idiot days versus genius. It's just kind of reductive, but it's fine. I sounded like pattern there for a second. It's just reductive. Anyway. Yeah, so it was just a fascinating perspective to get. And the fact that what he's doing is what he's following what Gavilar was doing. And I know Gavilar was up to some shady things. Like, we don't really get details yet. I know we'll get them eventually, but Gavilar was up to some shady things. And I don't know, there's just this, and it just worries me because Dalinar's following the path that Tarangale. I've been saying Tarangale this whole time because that's a different character from a totally different series. Gavilar. Taravangian. That's what I'm getting mixed up. Gavilar and Taravangian is becoming Tarangale. That's not a good sign for either of them. Anyway, just fascinating, you know? That's really all I have to say about it. Like, it was neat. I am going to split this up between part 4 and part 5 because part 5 is still pretty chunky. It's still a couple hundred pages. And just these videos get kind of long as it is, so hopefully I'll have a lot to say about this. If for some reason there's still like 5 minutes left on this video, it's because I read part 5 in one go and decided to tack it on. We'll see. Basically my plan right now is to read this going in and out of work, so hopefully it's not too bad. Anyway, that's it for this video. Make sure you hit subscribe below so you know when the next video comes out. Like if you had a good time, to let me know that you like this series and want to see more of it. I mean, I'm going to do it regardless, but like, you know, like it anyway. And leave a comment of what you think of my thoughts. I'm sure throughout this video I asked you several questions because I do that. But let me know what you're thinking of my thoughts. Yeah, I'm really bad at this. It's late at night. I've had a stressful week. And I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye.